Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the fact the countdown has begun for Bourbon Palooza, number 1. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Von Nieters, Darren MacLeod, and Kathy Cool.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello. Yo.
Hey, y'all.
Hello. So, yeah, we've got a great show. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about what's going on with Bourbon Palooza. Actually, 1 month from today, March 17th, it'll all be over. That's their final day in Bardstown, and we'll be packing it up and heading back. But for right now, it's ahead of us, and we'll talk about that. But before we get to that, Darren said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Darren?
So I had this thought in the middle of the night last night. I actually woke up to write it down for a small talk.
Okay, that's good. That's dedication.
Yeah, and it's not that good of a small talk, so don't get your hopes up. So if there was a mystical creature that you've heard stories of, which one would terrify you the most if it was real?
Okay.
A mystical creature?
Yeah, mystical monster.
Yeah, zombies would be
zombies.
Mystical. Okay, mystical monsters, just in general made up, like from like TV and stuff, or from like the Greeks talking about things and stuff like that.
Any all of the above.
Okay.
Just any sort of fake monster.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm sticking with zombies.
Zombies.
Why would you say zombies?
So if there's a zombie apocalypse, have no fortitude in trying to live through that. So I'm just going to walk right up to them and say, here you go. Just take me. I'm done.
Right.
I'm assuming you mean the fast zombies.
Those
are the scary ones.
Yeah. Those are the scary ones.
That run fast.
Rare, that's the rare ones. I don't really like the fast ones because if this would be true, it doesn't seem like their bodies could work like that. So not that any of it's true, but it seems like that's less likely. The problem with the zombies is, I mean, how many people... anybody who's lived that still has any sort of body left, they may be in a state of decay or decomposition, but technically, everyone who hasn't been shot in the head and has a body can be revitalized during a zombie apocalypse. So you're talking about the numbers are, even though they can't move fast, the numbers are daunting. So zombie
it's just the constant awareness.
There's never peace
to have. Yeah,
but wouldn't it be?
No more beach vacations.
I know it'd be all beach vacations all the time. I would think you'd end up going to an island like Hawaii or something, eliminating all the zombies that are there, and then they don't swim in the things I've seen,
and they're dumb.
And then you can clearly, working with a group, you could eradicate all of them, and then you don't have the constant. When you're at other places, there are always going to be new ones coming up and moving, and you just when you think you're
on an island, that means what are you going to do about like electricity? Because you're going to run out of
live off grid.
resources.
Wouldn't you rather just not be torn apart by zombies or?
No, I'm just walking right in. Just get it over with.
There was life before electricity on islands, so I guess you'd have to live old
Yeah, like
style.
Gilligan style.
Yeah, well, that'd be okay.
Make a coconut radio.
Marianne was hot.
Yeah,
Don't they?
and there's some islands. There's some islands that can have agriculture and stuff like that.
Did
where
you
you could
ever
have
watch
a
like
pretty good life.
the Andersons? What is the Anderson family? Or who got lost
Robinson.
on Robinsons? Yeah, the Robinsons. Oh, of course, it's the
Yeah.
Oh, the
Robinsons.
Robinsons.
That seems like a fun time. They were,
Neil and Melanie? Yeah.
Mhm.
we were having a blast on that
They
island.
were having a blast on that island. Yeah. So, wow. I think that's the solution. Just go figure out a good island to go to and just live there. That's what I would do.
I know mine.
Okay.
Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Oh.
I don't know. That'd be so cool to watch, though.
Not really. Maybe fun to watch, not fun to live in. Sharks flying all over the place. Nope.
Hmm.
No, I'm down for that one too.
Huh.
You were down
Really?
for zombies?
Yeah, zombies are dumb. You can outsmart zombies.
Oh.
Yeah, but just
Individually.
the numbers.
It's the
It's
numbers. It's
persistent.
individually, yes. The numbers, though.
I just don't think they're as scary as some other answers.
And there's going to be tough decisions to make. People that you love are that get this. You're going to have to shoot them in the head. Yeah, that's
Fair.
a tough life. That's a tough life.
So
why Darren
having
chooses
never
not to love.
seen Sharknado, can I just assume that it's tornadoes full of sharks, like even in Kansas
Yeah.
and Oklahoma?
Well, just go.
It's just happens on like the coasts.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
So if you move to like Kentucky,
you're fine.
you're fine.
probably
That doesn't sound that bad.
sharks in a tornado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say allegedly it kind of happens anyways because stuff gets like sucked up.
Right.
I'm sure. I'm sure to some degree. Yes. Yeah.
Not sure how many things live.
Terrorizing
in the other.
cities.
But honestly,
There's
the
been a
scariest part
Sharknado.
about a shark tornado is it's going to fall on you and crush you. Because, like, they're not going to still be alive.
Have you watched the movie?
Yes, I have.
They're eating people.
Wouldn't it
in
come
the
at you
movie.
like, arr, arr,
Yeah,
arr,
that's how it is in the movie.
I
Yeah.
guess so. If we're going off movie standards, I
You
guess
gotta go off the
that's-
movie. Yeah.
We're going off movie
all right.
standard.
Wow.
Yeah. Worst
A lot,
thing.
of, a lot of people getting eaten by.
Right.
I don't know that it's the worst
I would say
thing, but
vampires would be bad because it's very intimate.
I
and
think
they
it sounds
gotta-
kind of fun. I thought about vampires for a
Well,
second.
I mean,
Like,
sure.
I don't
If
know.
Kate Upton was my vampire,
Sounds
I'd be fine
romantic
with it.
to me.
I wouldn't get Kate Upton. My vampire, it'd be like, oh, here's Darren's gonna kill. I'd be like, no, I don't want. I'm out.
Darren's like
I don't
covers
want
his
this.
with his beard. I want
Yeah.
to suck your blood.
Yeah, no. See, this is the
I
bad
want
part.
to
of it.
suck your blood.
Oh, sure. Kate Upton seems very romantic, and she's given me eternal life, and she's sucking on my neck, and that sounds. That's not how it's going to work out.
But there's
It's
a
just like,
chance that it could be Kate Upton. Steve.
I
There's a
don't
chance
want to live in that
of
world.
vampires.
That's the world I don't want to live in.
that
Just for
world.
the chance. I've
He
got a
lives in a
chance. now with
reality,
Kate Upton.
Darren. A
I
reality.
have a chance with Kate Upton right now in the regular world. I don't want to take it in the vampire world. So yeah, worst shit could happen.
Huh.
So, yeah. So that's mine.
Yeah, there's
Vampires.
definitely a bigger chance of it being not someone fun.
Yeah.
Von Nieters. How about you, man?
I was almost thinking something like that movie, A Quiet Place.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
That's what came to mind for me.
Yeah.
That
So
would
here's
be
my question
awful.
about that movie. Why didn't they just live by the waterfall?
Well, this movie,
Because that wouldn't make a good movie.
right?
That
Would've ended
sounds
too quickly.
lame.
Right.
So it's a very
Why did
short film.
Why did all the people being chased by the killer go hide behind the chainsaw? You know,
Like-
it's you know.
Okay,
got it.
quiet, please. All right, Darren, you asked the question.
My answer takes some of the scariest parts of yours and then adds another element. So skinwalkers. So people that can disguise as other humans that want to eat other humans. So it's like
This is
zombies.
supposed to be mystical stuff. Those are real.
Oh,
Those are real.
I've never met one. So
Well, that doesn't mean
You
it's
don't
not
know
out
that.
there. Yeah.
Well,
Just say it,
you know,
it's in a lot of lore, but I mean, it also is
Have you
it
ever
lore?
been a sperm whale? They're real. Sperm
Is it
whales are
lore?
real.
but could
We
you
don't know.
imagine like seeing someone and like not knowing if it was actually that person and then they eat off your face? Like the
They
moment right
say-
before you get eaten.
They
It would be the
say
So
scary.
if Steve was approached by Skinwalker Kate Upton,
He's done.
He would go, take me now.
He's like, I don't care. Just
Oh,
peel my
true.
skin off. It
say
doesn't matter.
that with skinwalkers that you can tell.
you can tell.
Like there's something that is like, have you ever heard like the uncanny, like I remember exactly, but there's like an uncanny feeling that you get about something. And that is, and you've learned that when something looks like a human and it seems like it's human, but for some reason you're like, that is not a human. I don't know why, but that's not real.
What if you're
If you
drunk
say
and
that-
your
that-
senses of awareness is a little bit down? Then you're
because
done.
you're drunk. I don't know. Then I guess you just fucking die. But they say that when you get that uncanny feeling, that's because there were skinwalkers, and that's why we've developed that sort of like weird, like I'm really terrified of that. I don't know why. It's there's something weird about it, and it's because of the fact that there was skinwalkers.
Huh.
So if you feel uncanny about someone, they're probably not real.
Probably not real.
I hate to break this to you, Evan. I always get this weird, uncanny feeling around you. So
Yeah.
Or they call it
You can just-
uncanny valley is what they call
Huh.
it. Uncanny valley is the feeling you get when something is very, very human and real like, but for some reason it's off and you don't know what's going on. The uncanny valley feeling.
There you go. There you
There
go.
it is. And that's
On
from skinwalkers. So they're real, so you have to pick something
real.
else.
Oh, okay. Pick something
then I'll
else,
go with
Darren.
Godzilla because that's also terrifying.
Godzilla it is.
Godzilla.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
man. I like Godzilla.
I
Yeah.
do too. He's cool, but still terrifying.
Have you seen the new Godzilla?
No, I didn't see that
The
one.
newest one. So,
Oh, I
Godzilla
wanna
is
see it.
always like kind of a savior-ish in a lot of them. Like a lot of people are
Right.
dying because he's huge and he walks, but he kind of
Right.
saves people all the times. The newest one, he's not that, apparently. He's just fucking murking everybody out there. So
Really? No. man.
don't expect Godzilla to be
He
like
usually
the
causes
savior.
like your homeowner's insurance to go up and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
He does a lot of
Yeah,
property
well, that's what he's
damage.
doing in this new one. I think it's Godzilla plus one
Okay.
or something.
This one is the one that's like winning awards and stuff, right?
Yeah, and it's supposed
Yeah.
to be just him. He's just killing everybody.
Sounds awesome.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with KK this time.
I'm going to open up some Planters
Okay.
single barrel.
All right.
Oh, man.
Oh, there was really nothing there.
I know. I'm trying to kill some bottles around here, so
All right. Looks like Darren's got a Planters too, so we'll let him go see if he can do better with that.
I have a Planters that was picked by the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the first one. I meant to grab the second one, but I messed up. So what's new? Go.
Okay, that has the lead. That has the lead. Wasn't great, but yeah, he stuck the landing. There's no fouls on that one either, so that was decent. All right, Von Nieters, what do you got?
Well, since we're talking about Bourbon Palooza and it's in Bardstown, I have a Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series.
Oh, that was very good.
Was a good
Von
one.
Nieters has the lead. All right, Miss Becker Stu, what do you got?
Well, Stefan Ackley, I've got some Hidden Barn. This is Series 2,
Okay,
Batch 3.
all right. Okay. There's some noises going on there. There was a pop, but not good enough. Von Nieters has the lead. I got some Yellowstone single malt. Yellowstone.
Yellow?
All right. There we go. I stuck the landing, but wasn't enough pop to take the lead. So Von Nieters wins. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Bourbon Palooza less than a month ago. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
Hello, this is Matt Rainey, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily. One day when I grow up, I'm going to grow a big boy beard, just like Colonel Steve.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Bourbon Palooza.
Yes, we are. So just to give a summary of what that is, we took over the Bardstown Motor Lodge, so the old motel that's been upgraded in terms of at least the interior. They've redone all the rooms and stuff like that. And they've got a nice courtyard out back that they encourage people to do bottle shares in the evening, which is good for our group. And they have fire pits and even an outdoor fireplace, which is really nice. And we're going to be there in March, so we'll probably take advantage of that. You can barbecue out there even, and during the summertime, they got a great pool and stuff like that out there as well. So it's really, really kind of a nice location. So we're taking that over, and then we're doing events. So we'll come in Friday, that just kind of everybody will meet and greet, do the bottle share thing, and then inviting some bourbon celebrities over with us too. We'll see who shows up, and then Saturday, it's events. So there's 4 different events available. There's 60 people coming, so each of the events has a capacity of about 1/4 of the group. And so there's 4 events in the AM and then 4 events in the PM. And then we'll get back together, have another bottle share Saturday night, then breakfast on Sunday, and then head out back to our home. So that's Bourbon Palooza. It's going to be a fun event. The events are amazing. It's kind of reminiscent of the old Kentucky Bourbon Affair, which was a great thing that they used to do, kind of focused on experiences. This is what that's all about. It's about these unique experiences, things that you can't normally do. A couple of just throwing out some of the events there. It's a cigar whiskey pairing with Fonte and the brand new clubhouse that they've got. They haven't really even done any events out there yet, which is kind of cool. One of them's drinking whiskey at Jane Bowie's house with her and Denny Potter, and Jane swears she's going to get out her good stuff. Another one is example is Heaven Hill, behind the scenes with Bernie Lubbers and Jody Philatru, the master distiller at the Evan Williams Experience, and Bernie, the great brand ambassador. Those two are going to show you around there and stuff like that. So it's just really cool things that you can't normally get. You've got the blender from Bardstown Bourbon Company is going to show you how to blend, do a little mini class on blending and stuff like that. Where there's an event in the Brindiamo penthouse with the master distiller from Barton, 1792, where he shows you the impact of different things on whiskey. He'll do side-by-side controls of their regular product. Here's one that was aged high in the rickhouse. Here's one that's aged low. Here's one that's aged in a certain type of oak. Here's aged in another type. Just cool stuff that, not things that you can go to the distillery and be like, I want to do this. It's stuff that was curated just for us. So really a cool thing for sure. And I'm pretty excited about it. And what I'm also really excited about is how we're going to dish these out. Kathy, you want to tell everybody how people get to pick and choose what events they go to?
So this is the fun part. There's going to be, it's like fantasy football.
Yep. Yeah.
So we all get on a Zoom, and it's by room. So if you have a room, And then you'll draw numbers
Yep.
for names.
Yep,
based
I'll
on
draw.
your-
Yeah, I'll be like the Kathy Cool Room. Now, Kathy is staying with her boyfriend. When it's their turn, when it's their room's turn, they can select their first event. So we'll be focusing only on AM events at first. You can only book the AM events. So like she and New Guy can pick out. They can either do an event together, or they can each do separate ones. Now, I think most couples are going to do their events together, but they don't have to. That's the bottom line. And there's even some situations like I think Steinkamp is going to be staying there with his wife and his brother. They've got one of the bigger rooms that allows them to. So theoretically, they could all be in different events, or they could all do the same thing. But when it's their room's turn, they'll get to choose what events they want to do. So again, you're not.
They have 3 people. Are they going to
They
get
have 3.
to take 3 spots?
Yes, yeah. So 100%. So yeah,
People just don't count as less of a person because
Yeah.
there's more of them.
Well,
correct.
it's taking up more spots, man.
Well, it's 60. Yeah, you just want to get drafted before them. That's the key.
Yeah.
So there's 60 people that are going, and it works out perfectly. We've got 4 events, so all of them should be basically sold out status, because once we hit 16, I can't sell any more than that. I promise the people that are doing these events, this is how many people will be there. We can't be like, we'll squeeze 20 into this one and we'll only have 12 in this next one or something. We can't do that. So once we hit our number of 16, that's it. That one's closed and no one else can book that. So yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
I do too.
Again, you want to get drafted early because you want to get your events, and they're all
Even if
good.
you're
There's no
drafted
losers.
late, even the late tier events are fantastic. Like
Right.
you
Right.
can't go
Correct.
wrong by what I
Correct.
was reading.
Yeah, there's no bad events. Becca, you're going to be there too. Did you get a chance to look at the events and stuff like that? I haven't.
They all
They
look
sound pretty good,
fantastic.
don't they?
Yeah, they all look great. I'm excited.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be really
It's
fun.
the week before.
It is St. Patrick's Day
Yeah,
weekend.
it ends on
It's-
St.
it's-
Patrick's Day, the
it's-
17th.
It's a week before
New Orleans Bourbon Festival.
New Orleans Bourbon
Yes.
Festival.
It's
Yes.
all leading up to my birthday, which is the 18th. So that's how you can remember it from now on.
That's how well, of course.
That's exactly how
Obviously.
I was remembering it. I was like,
That's
dang,
what I was
it's almost
thinking when I
Darren's
did
birthday.
this. Yeah, it was like this is the preamble for Darren's birthday.
We
Where
finally
I was
turned
just thinking,
21.
oh, Steve's celebrating my birthday the whole month.
Right. Yeah, it's Becca's birthday month, so this is why I'm doing this. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Darren, are you coming?
All you
to
have
this thing?
planned for Becca's birthday month?
Oh,
Well, and then they
let's go
planned a
there.
big event down in New Orleans,
Yeah, that's-
and
yeah, for sure. Darren, are you coming to the Bourbon Palooza?
Probably not. Maybe.
All right. I figured one of you guys could go, but I don't want to get involved in that. There's a lot of these things these days. Here's how we plan stuff. I say, I'm going to this event, and you two can figure out who's going to what. I know what I would do if I was an owner, or what I would do, but you guys can work out who gets the other one. But I know I'm going. So yeah, that's how we plan shit. So
one of our employees is going. Tom
Yes.
and Rose. Yep.
yeah,
Tom's
Yeah.
going. He's very
He's
excited.
part-
He blocked out his weekend so other people have to work.
that's good. That's good. It's crew. He's a crew club member, so he's part of the group.
Yep.
And he
He's
booked
he's
it, so
excited.
he's
Yeah.
in. He's in. Yeah.
He's pumped.
Von Nieters.
Steve, as this thing grows, how are you going to accommodate that?
I don't think it can.
I think what I could do, we'd have to find a different location. We're almost tapped out at the Bardstown Motor Lodge, and our relationship with them hasn't been great to date. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll be great after this first event. I'm hopeful for that. But so we'd have to grow to a different place, which is okay. We can find a different place to stay. But I think I could accommodate up to twice this. So 2 times the number of events. So 120 would be capped, but I think that'd be big enough, and maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't. We should, based on how great the events are going to be. I would think that people are going to want to do this, and I could make time to do that. But that's it, though. This is not going to be a 1,000-person thing and all that kind of stuff. I can't.
Well, one of the things that Kentucky Bourbon Affair did was if you got the golden ticket one year, you were guaranteed a golden ticket every year.
Mm-hmm.
So that meant you could go to all of the events you wanted to go to, essentially.
Right.
If you
Right.
get
We're not going to have
200
that. It's always going to be a draft for the events. Now, it'll, and I don't know that I need to guarantee anyone because, here's what's going to happen. I'm always going to have to set it up early, and we're not an early booking group. So, though they surprised me with this one, but And I think the people that booked the hotels hats off to everybody who booked. I just threw out a date and I thought it was going to be like a 10-person event, and we had 60 people, in a day. So, but that's how we need to do this. It's how it needs to be done. We can't, Key West, I struggle with this thing. No one wants to book the hotel until it's a month out. It just doesn't work like that. As long as people are booking, when we get the opportunity to get the rooms, we can do this. So that's the important thing. But everybody stepped up and did it for this event, and then we got another one coming up in April. That's we're riding the train for dinner train.
What's really cool about that though is that nobody knew there would be events when we booked the hotel. We were just booking the hotel to hang out together for the weekend.
Correct. And then I had this thing like I need to make this epic, so that's I worked on it then and
super excited.
Put this together. Yeah. So it's gonna be a very, very cool thing. And the presenters are excited about it, so I think I got something here. I think I got lightning in a bottle here, and I just can't imagine it being bad. I can't imagine it being anything but A+. So we'll see. Yeah. Von Nieters, at what age do you think you'll be able to come out to something like that? Do you think in the next 5 years, or do you think this is going to be really when your daughter's like in college?
The Bourbon Palooza, that can probably happen before definitely before like a Key West type of trip for sure.
Right, because you're talking about a weekend for this one. You're not talking about a commitment of a whole week. You're not talking about the expensive airfare and really expensive hotels, like you have in Key West. I mean,
right.
That is a commitment. So that's a commitment that's hard to, if you have a spouse, to be like, I'm going to go do this, and you're not. Whereas this, the Bourbon Palooza is not that expensive, so you can justify something like that. But that'd be tough to be like, I'm going on a week vacation, and this is just for me. So you'd have to work that out where you got your wife, then you got a young kid, so then you got to work out what's going to happen, who's watching the baby, all that kind of stuff. So I get it. I've been there.
Steve, this event, when you posted it, filled up incredibly fast, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
I believe I was hiking and I looked at my phone before and you just posted it. And then by the time I got back later that night, it was completely, almost folded up.
Right. I don't, we didn't do any events in 2022. I don't think we got anything going in the spring. Even though the store wasn't open yet, the store was in the works all of 2022. So I was working on that, and then we incorporated in March. So I was working full time on that store, and then that opened in July, and we didn't do any events at all. So you're talking about when this gets posted, and fast forward to 2023, and then we're not really doing much, and when this gets posted, there's been quite a gap in us doing stuff, and I think people just jumped on. I guess that's what happened. I guess I said, "Hey, we're going to do something," and people just jumped on it. So I think that's why.
Maybe the mystery of it is what.
Yeah.
I think Gen 3 really carried it. Gen 3 of the ABV.
I don't know about that. I think I did it because I was the friend of Neil
course, a
Robinson.
Gen 3 would say that. Gen 3 really carried us through on that.
Yeah,
Neil Robinson gave me the shakedown. He just took me outside at the barrel shop and said, "Hey, buddy,
you better set some shit up.
This shop is great, and these Gen 3 people are amazing." By the way, don't forget who got you to this point. Do some events. I'm like,
okay. Do an event in Kentucky, Steve.
Hey, do you know Dave Ewalds tried to tell me he was not a Gen 1?
Really?
Yeah, he's like, no, we're Gen 2.
False.
I'm like, you don't even understand the generation.
He doesn't understand. He does not understand. So no, he would definitely be Generation 1. So
do all the events start at 9:30 a.m.?
No,
or
only one.
That's the earliest one, right?
That's the earliest one. All the rest are 10 a.m. So it's usually about 10 to noon is the time. That one's a little bit earlier because you've got a bonus. You got a full brunch from Bronner, and then followed by actually the event itself, which is a dusty whiskey tasting with Wes and Bronner. So that should be a good.
Which neither of those things suck.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to those that haven't done brunch with Bronner. That guy can cook, so we know
it was fantastic.
Yeah, we know that guy from hanging out at the bar and stuff like that. You don't really see him cooking. He's got a chef and all that during restaurant hours, but that he was he had a restaurant before that where he was cooking, so he knows what he's doing when he gets in the kitchen. It's good. So yeah, so it'll be fun. So, yeah, that's Bourbon Palooza. Consider it. If you're listening to this, you're like, I want to get involved in this, join the crew club. Reach out to me. You can do that via our website, abvnetwork.com. There's a form in there you can fill out, and we'll get you involved. And then when we do this again next year, you can join. So that'd be fun. So there you go. There's a little bit about what's happening.
There it is.
There it is. There it is.
There
Von Nieters. Maybe Von Nieters will be there next year. We'll see.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'll send you lots of pictures.
Yeah.
And we'll send pictures for sure. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Von Nieters, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me hopefully at Bourbon Palooza soon and on Instagram at Von Nieters.
All right, Darren.
You can find me trying to swindle Jim to letting me go to Bourbon Palooza at the Bourbon Adventures.
Kathy.
I'm pretty sure I may have registered as guest number 3 for Bourbon Palooza. So you'll find me there or on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
Yeah, that's typically where you fall. You always think you're fast, but there's always somebody before you. Yeah, that's why I famously got in. You were furious that day. You thought you were going to be the first person to call in. In a second. All right. Yeah. Miss Beka Sue, how about you?
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Also some crew club information if that's what you're interested in. So check that out, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We'd love for you to come in, see what we have going on. We are over at abvbarrelshop.com where we list our events and what's happening at the store, including what is in inventory, so check that out. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.